When we talk about the titans of the civil rights movement, names like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, or Medgar Evers immediately comes to mind. But what about the brave men and women who laid the groundwork, who financed the fight, and who really built havens of independence in the most hostile environments? Today we are uncovering the powerful legacy of Dr. T.R.M. Howard, a medical doctor, a shrewd entrepreneur, and absolutely fearless civil rights giant, all from Mississippi. Theodore Roosevelt Mason Howard was born in 1908 in Kentucky and trained as a physician at the historically black medical school at Meharry Medical College. In 1942, he moved to Mound Bayou, Mississippi, a truly unique all-black town founded in 1887 by former slaves of Jefferson Davis. Mound Bayou was a beacon. It was a place where black people could own land, run their own businesses, govern themselves, and live, for the most part, free from direct white interference and brutal realities of Jim Crow. It was a precisely it was precisely this environment of black autonomy that attracted Dr. Howard. He saw not just patients, but potential. He realized that providing medical care was essential, but true well-being also required economic stability and political power. And Dr. Howard was about to become a pivotal force in all three. Dr. Howard quickly became a central figure in Mound Bayou. He didn't just open a clinic, he built an integrated enterprise designed to serve and empower his people in the community. This was revolutionary. Dr. Howard served as its chief surgeon. The hospital was funded by the International Order of 12 Knights and Daughters of Tabor, a black fraternal organization. It provided desperately needed high-quality medical care to black residents who were routinely denied access or received substandard care in segregated white hospitals. He also was known for performing complex surgeries and providing compassionate care. Dr. Howard owned a funeral home, which was a critical business in the black community, and operated a small chain of retail stores. This ensured that black dollars circulated within Mound Bayou, creating jobs and wealth locally, rather than being siphoned off into discriminatory white-owned businesses. He even owned and operated a large farm with over 1,000 acres. This diversified his income and provided employment, land, and resources for black agriculture workers. Dr. Howard's business ventures were not just about profit, they were about economic self-sufficiency for his community. His medical expertise saved lives, but this entrepreneurial spirit built infrastructure and independence. This economic base gave him incredible leverage and freedom. It was this very economic independence that allowed Dr. Howard to become one of the most outspoken and courageous civil rights leaders in the brutally oppressive Mississippi Delta. He also wasn't reliant on white patronage or employment, giving him the freedom to speak the truth to power in a way that few others could. Founded in 1951, the RCNL was a powerful civil rights organization based in Mound Bayou. Dr. Howard was its president. They promoted voter registration, fought against police brutality, and advocated for self-help and economic independence. They organized boycotts of segregated gas stations and held massive rallies attracting thousands. This is where Dr. Howard's courage truly shone in August of 1955 after Emmett Till was brutally lynched in Mississippi. Dr. Howard became a central figure in the search for justice. He housed and protected key witnesses including Mose Wright and Willie Reed. He personally armed himself and provided security for those testifying against Till's murderers. He gave fiery speeches condemning racism and demanding justice, often while armed with guards for his protection. This was incredibly dangerous work in Jim Crow, Mississippi. His role in exposing the truth of Emmett Till's murder, protecting witnesses, and speaking out publicly cannot be overstated. He did this while still running his hospital and businesses. He truly put his life and his fortune on the line for justice. Dr. Howard's outspoken activism made him a prime target. The threats against his life became so severe in 1956 he was forced to leave Mississippi, relocating to Chicago. There he continued his medical practice and remained an active voice in the civil rights movement, continuing to organize, speak, and mentor young activists. While his direct business empire in Mississippi eventually dissolved after his departure, his legacy in Mound Bayou and across the South is profound. He demonstrated the critical link between economic power and the ability to fight for justice. He showed what black leadership could achieve when backed by self-sufficient institutions. He embodied the spirit of resistance through both commerce and activism. Dr. T.R.M. Howard is a towering figure who built wealth not for personal luxury alone, but as a tool for liberation. He healed bodies, empowered minds, and ignited the flames of justice. Dr. T.R.M. Howard's name should be as well known as other American moguls or civil rights leaders. His life story challenges us to re examine what we think we know about history, especially the South, and to recognize the multifaceted ways Black Americans fought for their freedom. His entrepreneurial spirit funded his activism, and his activism amplified his community needs. He was truly a pioneer. So let's ensure that names like Dr. Charles Banks and Dr. T.R.M. Howard are no longer overlooked. Let's tell the full story. What other unsung heroes from history do you deserve more recognition? Share your thoughts in the comments below if you were inspired by Dr. Howard's story. Please hit that like button, subscribe for more powerful history deep dives, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and remember, knowledge is power.
I was born to walk through the